Hello and welcome to another Canguro English Daily Digest. I'm Christian, and yesterday I published my first YouTube video in I think 6 months. It's a long time. It was an interview with a guy called Stephen Piantadosi who's a linguist who works with computers and he does, really intense statistical and mathematical analysis of language. It's a really fascinating interview, and this is because I'm thinking about, what kind of YouTube channel I want to have, and what I want to do in the future. And definitely something that I really want to do is talk to more people about language learning, and especially experts. And tomorrow I have a really exciting interview with somebody that I've been trying to talk to since December. And finally she's agreed to talk to me. She's a really important person in the world of in the global world of language learning. So I'm going to publish my interview with her next week. And then also next week I have some more interviews with some more, important people in the world of language. So, that's a really important part of what I want to do, because I'm looking for the truth about learning a language, right? I'm looking for, I want to know what the reality is, not just my limited experience, but how to really help people to learn a language. You've probably noticed that I'm wearing a gigantic winter coat inside, and that's because the weather can't decide if it wants to be summer or winter. 2 days ago it was 25 degrees. I was sunbathing, and now it's 5 degrees. So I don't know, wear t-shirt, jacket, what do I do? So yes, now today's word of the day is related to how I was feeling sort of a lot over the past 5 or 6 months. And it's this: doldrums. Okay, so doldrums is a noun, actually, but we say you are in the doldrums or down in the doldrums. And what it means is basically it means you're depressed. You're not high, you're low, right? You're in the doldrums, in a flat and dull place. And this word's really interesting because the doldrums is actually a geographical location. The doldrums is a part of the planet near the equator where the wind is not normally very good. So sometimes you have sort of strong wind, but mostly the wind is unpredictable. And so this is an old word. This is a word from when the only way to travel around the world was by boat. Well, to travel over the ocean was by boat. And so when you were traveling, for example, you're traveling from England to Australia, one way is to pass near the equator, and you go through the doldrums where there's no wind. So you're on the boat with your sails and you're not moving. That's depressing, because a journey that maybe could take 2 months if you have really good wind could take 3 months or 4 months. It's a big difference when you're stuck on a boat, right? So to be in the doldrums means you're feeling like those old sailors, right? Stuck in the equator, there's no wind. What can you do? It's a hopeless situation. And I felt a little bit like that because I was making all these videos for Fluentify, and I couldn't show them to anybody, and I couldn't talk to anybody about them, so it was I was all alone. But now I'm back. In fact, today I'm going to upload another YouTube video. And actually, next week as well, I'm going to share a video that I filmed back in November. It's this amazing app. It's a free app to find a conversation partner and learn English. So lots of exciting things to share with you. Super pumped. But before I go, I wanted to just talk a little bit about something that I was reading about recently, about something called the IKEA effect. Right? So you probably know the furniture shop IKEA. It's a very big, famous furniture shop, and IKEA is different because you go to the shop and you buy the furniture and you make the furniture yourself. Now, if you think about it, that's a great business because you're pushing a lot of the work onto the customer. Like the customer does the work of building the furniture. It's crazy, really. But psychologists discovered something called the IKEA effect, which is when you make something yourself, it has more value. And they did a test. So they gave people IKEA furniture and said, hey, what do you think is the value of this? And they said, this is the value. And then they gave people the same piece of furniture and they asked them to build the furniture, and the value was here. Right? And so the IKEA effect is basically we value things more if we work for them, right? And it seems logical, it makes perfect sense. And to me it's another reminder that, if you're sitting back in life, but especially in language learning, if you're sitting back and waiting for that magical system, right? Or you're sitting back and waiting for that course or that teacher or whatever, you're sitting back, not only are you not going to learn, but what you do learn, you're not working for it. You're not earning it in the same way. If you spend every day like pushing yourself, being uncomfortable, sweating, having those conversations where you're frustrated and you don't know the words, you do that every day, you work hard, man, you will value your language learning so much more. And you'll appreciate much more all those opportunities that you have that language can give you. Anyway, I think I've talked enough. I must go and create beautiful content. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Christian. This is Canguro English. I'll see you in class.